Well, hello brethren and companions, and welcome to my first video message of 2022. A little bit late this year actually. Usually try and get this out before New Year, but I've rather enjoyed Christmas this year. I had my family over and they've spent a good few days with us, and only went home a day or two ago. So this is really the first chance I've had to do the video and have a chat. So once again you find me out walking with faithful Buttons by my side as I take him on his morning constitutional, and just walking down the bridleway that runs alongside where we live. So since we resumed back in September, really I suppose it was, I think it's fair to say we've all been rather busy. Lots of things going on, catching up on work that had been obviously delayed, lots of long service certificates, some centenary celebrations of lodges, and indeed there's a lot coming up. I think we've got 8 lodges celebrating their centenary over the next few months, together with several chapters and a whole host of long service certificates to present as well. So it's going to continue to be a busy time, which alongside lots and lots of installations and initiations and exaltations, I'm pleased to say, we're all going to be pretty busy and pretty active in our Masonic life, and I'm sure you'll all be looking forward to that just as much as I am. In fact, talking of initiations, I received an email from the Assistant Provincial Grand Master Howard Smith, who's been coordinating the responses we've had from the National Digital Marketing Campaign, which launched at the beginning of October. And the email was very encouraging. He's been able to place, along with his small team, nearly 50 initiates specifically placed with lodges, who will then continue the process of getting to know the gentleman concerned, which will hopefully lead to their initiation in due course. There are more yet to come, but that's a phenomenal start. It's one of the highest numbers of any province across the country. There are 1 or 2 higher, but Warwickshire really has had a phenomenal response, and I'm sure you'll join with me in thanking Worshipful Brother Howard for the tremendous work that he and his team have done. It's been a significant undertaking, as you can imagine, sifting through the many inquiries. He's had well over 100 actual inquiries, and each one has to be spoken to and dealt with, and then suitably paired to a lodge after a series of questions have been undertaken to establish what is the best night of the week and where they live or where they work, and effectively a triage process goes on before assigning them to a lodge that suits their particular needs. Alongside that, we've been having a strong marketing campaigns ourselves, and a lot of this being led by Worship Brother Ian Slessor, who is wonderful in the way that he manages the communications for the province. But it's a big job, it's a huge job, you know, and it's really too much for one man to undertake. So we are very keen to try and find some support for Ian, just to help him out. Really, it's a much too big a job for one man, and if we can divide that up with a number of willing volunteers, perhaps who enjoy their work on social media, or are adept with websites, or have some familiarity with the email marketing and MailChimp, etc., that we're able to use. If they could get in touch with me or with the provincial office and join the team, I think you'll enjoy it. I myself did a marketing, no I didn't, I myself did a media course at the beginning of December with Grand Lodge, where they trained me and several others for a whole day in dealing with various types of media, whether it's press or radio or indeed television, and we had to work through several scenarios, some of which were quite challenging to say the least, but it was good fun. It was really eye-opening, and I certainly for one got a lot from it. So I think it's something that's well worth doing, and I'm very pleased that Grand Lodge have taken the initiative to do this. Also from Grand Lodge, we've got the members pathway has now rolled out, and you'll see the impact of that as we move through into 2022. We deliberately took the decision not to roll it out in the last few months because frankly there was enough to do. But I think you'll find it a great support. It's one of those facilities that you can use and will really help a brother on his journey, right from initiation through passing and raising and indeed on to exaltation. There is a plan for a Royal Arch specific pathway to further enhance that experience. I think the plan is to call it Archway, and that's being worked on as we speak, and hopefully will also be rolled out in the not too distant future. Hermes is on the way. Hermes, of course, is the rollout of the Adelphi system to enable individual lodges to administer their work, the administration of the work, using the system. This will remove a huge amount of paperwork, and once it has been implemented, then I think particularly lodge secretaries are going to be finding their workload somewhat easier. So whilst United Grand Lodge of England and Supreme Grand Chapter have been busy, I wouldn't want you to think that the province have been idle, because we certainly haven't. There are a few things in the pipeline that will become more known over the next few months, but one of the things I would like to let you know about is that on May the 12th at the Rico Arena, the plan this year will be to hold the Provincial Grand Chapter meeting in the morning, followed by a lunch, which will be a joint lunch. It will be a craft and Royal Arch lunch, and then the afternoon we will hold the Provincial Grand Lodge meeting, where all the craft investitures will take place. So I'm not sure it's the first ever. It's the first in living memory, I think, where it's been done in Warwickshire on the same day, but we've got the Rico Arena for the whole day, so it seems entirely sensible that we make full use of it. So I hope you'll be able to put that date in your diary. That's Thursday the 12th of May. I realise it's a working day for some, but if you are able to attend, then it would be a very special event, and you'll be made very, very welcome. Also, and I don't think this will come as a huge surprise to many people, but we're also looking at how we can combine the administrative functions in both the craft and the Royal Arch. This is of course done at UGLE and Supreme Grand Chapter level, and indeed across many provinces across the country, where the Royal Arch and the craft are basically centrally administered in many respects, and of course again makes perfect sense. So I hope that probably by May we will be able to find a way that we have been able to combine those two functions, and again that should lead to greater efficiencies. So a couple of things, there's a few more in the pipeline which we'll talk about in due course, but two that I thought only fair that all brethren and companions of Warwickshire ought to be aware of. So thank you for listening, brethren and companions. Thank you for your support over the last few months. I recognise that for some it still feels too soon to be congregating in lodges and chapters, and we completely respect that, and we will welcome you back as and when you feel ready. So once again, Happy New Year to you all. Thank you for listening, and I look forward to your company very, very soon. God bless you all.